Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we're playing some Funko Fusion, and I'm going to be showing you some of the secret abilities that you can unlock by wielding a red Protopart weapon. So, throughout the game, you've probably encountered glowing red enemies, and when you take them out, they give you a red Protopart. Well, after you get all 5 Protoparts within a world, you'll then unlock that world's weapon that you can then craft at any red mold machine. But what a lot of people don't know is that these things actually give you secret abilities, at least some of them do, and I'm going to be showing those off in this video. So the first one is going to be the Sword of the Ancients. So you unlock this one by getting the 5 red Protoparts in the Masters of the Universe levels. And what this is going to allow us to do is to destroy gold vinyl objects with any character. So here I'm playing as Franny Funko, a character who normally can't destroy gold vinyl objects like He-Man can. And as long as I'm wielding that sword, we can just walk up to that gold object and destroy it. So this is super handy. I highly recommend having this one on you at all times, because this one actually doesn't use up ammo when you use it. It only uses up the ammo when you shoot the projectile from it. So yeah, whenever you're playing this game, always have the Sword of the Ancients on you, and you'll always be able to destroy gold vinyl objects. The second weapon I'm going to show here is the Thing-Ferno, and you unlock this one by getting the 5 red weapon protoparts in the Thing levels, and this one allows you to melt red vinyl objects as well as ice without needing a gas canister or a flamethrower character like Child's, but you're probably going to want to keep using those things, because you can see here it takes a ton of ammo to melt even one piece of ice. So there's this ice here, I just keep shooting at it. I think I shoot like 25 shots into it right there, and it still doesn't melt it down, and you get 30 shots of ammo per purchase of the weapon. So this one ends up taking like a whole stock of ammo and a half just to melt down this one little piece of ice. So yeah, they definitely need to buff up the melting power of the Thing-Ferno, I feel like. So hopefully 1010 Games can do that in a future patch. But here I go to this other block of ice, and it just takes all day to finally melt this thing down. It's definitely much better just to use a gas canister. It only takes 1 to melt these things down, instead of buying ammo for this thing like 2 or 3 times just to melt down one little piece of ice. So yeah, the Thing-Ferno, I just want to let you guys know about it, because you can melt ice down, but it's not the most useful thing in the world. Next up is the Ray-volver, and you unlock this one by getting the red weapon protopart in the 5 Battlestar Galactica levels, and this one is much more useful. So when you have this on your character, it allows you to shoot laser targets, so you don't need to switch to a laser character like the Battlestar Galactica characters or anything like that. You can just whip it out and start shooting these targets, which is super handy. It comes with 70 shots, so once you run out of those shots, you will have to go and buy another Ray-volver, so you are limited, whereas with a laser character, you have unlimited ammo, but it is pretty useful if you don't want to switch over to a laser character all the time. And you can see here I can even shoot through these crystals, and it works by using the Ray-volver through those as well, so definitely a useful weapon to have on you. Another super useful weapon is the Mondo record launcher. So this one's unlocked in kind of a unique way. You get it from the 3rd level of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Vegan and Again. You find it in one of the stores in the level. It's the Mondo store, and it'll be sitting on the table, so no red weapon protoparts for this one. But when you use this weapon, it allows you to activate amps without needing a guitar character like Scott Pilgrim or Gideon Graves, anybody like that. So you can just shoot at amps with this weapon, and it'll activate them, so you can use the bass and treble modes of the amp. So definitely a very useful weapon to have. So here you can see I'm using it in the 1st level of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. You just shoot at it a few times, works just like having a guitar, and definitely a weapon you want to have on you. And then the last one I'm going to show is the Business Blaster, and I think this is probably the most useful one in this video. So you unlock this by getting the 5 red weapon protoparts in the Umbrella Academy levels, and this ability is super hidden, so as long as you're just holding the Business Blaster in your character's hand, you can then use these blink pads, these yellow arrows where you can teleport through. Usually you need a character like number 5, but as long as you're holding the Business Blaster, any character can now teleport, which is pretty unique. So it actually doesn't use any ammo, so it's kind of similar to the Sword of the Ancients in that you can use the ability without ever using the ammo. So I definitely recommend having the Sword of the Ancients as well as the Business Blaster on you at all times, because you're never going to run out of ammunition, and you're going to always be able to destroy gold vinyl objects and teleport no matter what character that you're using. So here you can see in the Mummy level, I'm actually using all of the abilities here. So I teleported around using the Business Blaster, I destroyed a gold vinyl object with the Sword of the Ancients, and then I was able to shoot that laser target using the Ray-volver, all with the same character. So normally you'd have to switch to a different character for each of those abilities, but I was able to knock it out all with one character, which saves a ton of time. So those are all the most useful red protopart weapons in Funko Fusion. Let me know in the comments below if you knew about these secret abilities or if you learned something new here. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.